Omicron was discovered in South Africa earlier this month. The Omicron variant of the coronavirus has an already stressed world more worried. This variant is believed to be spreading faster than the Delta variant. Here's more.
Stock markets plummet. Global economy is in a tailspin. World Health Organization calls it a variant of concern. Countries re-implement travel bans. Scientific community says new strain is horrific. It's happening all over again. A new variant of coronavirus, now named Omicron, has set alarm bells ringing across the world. So, with this bolt from the blue, are we back to square one in our fight against COVID-19? Here's what we know about the new variant, Omicron. B.1.1.529 or Omicron was first identified in South Africa. The World Health Organization has classified it as a variant of concern now. Scientists say the new variant carries a high number of mutations in its spike protein. In the new variant, there were 50 mutations overall, with more than 30 on the spike protein. This is what the World Health Organization has had to say about this variant.
Based upon the information that we have, particularly from South Africa, they have advised WHO that this variant should be classified as a variant of concern. So today we are announcing B.1.1.529 as a variant of concern named Omicron.
Where did it come from? The new strain Omicron, a B.1.1.529, was first identified or detected in South Africa. There have been close to 100 fully confirmed cases in the Gauteng province of South Africa. A theory suggests that this new variant is likely to have evolved during a chronic infection of an immunocompromised person. Is the new variant more lethal then? Researchers are trying to confirm whether the new variant with 50 mutations is more transmissible or lethal. The WHO has called for caution in the initial stages of dealing with this variant. It could affect transmissibility, disease severity, immune escape, diagnostic or therapeutic escape. It can also cause community transmission or clusters. This variant has a large number of mutations, some of which are concerning. Preliminary evidence suggests an increased risk of reinfection with this variant. How many cases of the new variant have been recorded then? Well, there have been 77 fully confirmed cases in the Gauteng province in South Africa. There are indications that show that 90% of cases in Gauteng may already be of this variant. Alarm was also raised after cases recorded in South Africa jumped from 200 to 2,465 within 7 days. The number of cases of this variant appears to be increasing in almost all provinces in South Africa. Researchers are still looking into the data on deaths caused by the variant. The rise comes following weeks of relatively low transmissions. 4 cases have been reported in Botswana and 2 in Hong Kong. Israel and Belgium have also detected cases of the new COVID-19 variant. Will the Omicron variant dodge immunity provided by vaccines is the question that everyone is now asking. Scientists are researching on how effective existing vaccines might just be against this new variant. The WHO has said there is little information on that matter. Breakthrough infections have been reported in South Africa among people who have received the Johnson & Johnson, Pfizer-BioNTech and Oxford's AstraZeneca vaccines. No deaths have been recorded as of yet. The 2 travelers in Hong Kong who tested positive were vaccinated with the Pfizer vaccine. What are the other variants of concern then? The WHO had designated 4 other variants of concern called the Alpha, the Beta, the Gamma and Delta variant. The WHO added variant Omicron as the 5th designated variant of concern on the 26th of November. How is India reacting to it? India has yet to take the extreme step of a travel ban on South Africa or neighboring countries from where these cases have been reported. The government, meanwhile, has asked states to rigorously screen and test travelers coming from South Africa, Botswana and Hong Kong. With alarm bells raised, several countries have announced travel bans, while others are tightening border controls in what feels like a never-ending battle against COVID-19.
India is on high alert over the new monstrous Omicron strain threat. Prime Minister Modi chaired a crucial meet wherein he asked officials to be proactive in light of the new super mutant virus. Besides the centre, several states including Delhi, Maharashtra and Karnataka have devised measures in order to combat the new threat. A new COVID variant is on the prowl. Omicron, a highly transmissible variant, is now the cause of concern worldwide.
This variant has multiple mutations in its spike protein, which is the main target of the existing vaccines. Whether vaccines need to be updated is a topic that needs further discussion. But at this time, what we need to do is to make sure that everybody has received at least 2 doses of vaccine, which will give them the maximum available protection, particularly against severe disease.
And as the new strain makes its way through several African nations, India too is gearing up to tackle the super mutant. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Saturday chaired an important meet on the COVID situation in the country amid concerns over the new variant. Prime Minister Modi, while instructing officials to be proactive in light of the new variant, also stressed on intensive containment and active surveillance, along with emphasis on intensifying second dose coverage across the country. An action plan is already in place. Samples of COVID-positive travellers who arrived in India in the last 2 weeks from at-risk countries are being sent for genome sequencing. States and union territories have been asked to conduct screening at airports. Travellers from 12 countries including South Africa, Hong Kong and Botswana are to be screened for the new variant. States too have readied their fight plan. The national capital has issued fresh COVID directives. Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal has asked to ensure strict adherence to COVID norms at public places. The LG will be chairing a crucial meet on Monday. Maharashtra government too has issued fresh restrictions. While international travellers shall be governed by directions of the centre, domestic travellers need to be either fully vaccinated or carry a negative RT-PCR test report valid for 72 hours. The Gujarat government has also made RT-PCR testing mandatory for international travellers. Karnataka is equipped with 6 genomic sequence labs and samples of passengers from affected countries will be tested for the new variant.
जो प्रवासी आ रहे उनको जो दक्षिण अफ्रीका हो या दूसरे देश से आते कंट्री से तो उनको जीनोम सीक्वेंसिंग का चेक करना पड़ेगा। उसके बाद जो हमारे देश में आते तो उनको क्वारंटाइन करके वो सब चेकिंग होने के बाद ही छोड़ा जाएगा।
We'll again do the RT-PCR on their arrival in Bangalore. We'll be watching them for next 1 week. We came out with 6 genomic labs. So we are completely in a situation where we can send our samples and we can sequence. We can also find out the way how this virus is progressing, how this mutation is behaving.
The World Health Organization has warned Southeast Asian nations over the new variant and asked them to scale up screening and increase their vaccine coverage. As the holidays near, we need to be on guard against the new variant. Bureau Report, India Today. Shifting focus, farmers' unions postponed their November 29 tractor rally to the Parliament. The Samyukt Kisan Morcha has written an open letter to Prime Minister Modi reiterating its demands and asking the centre to restart talks. The decision came after a key huddle at the Singhu border on Saturday. The farmers' unions will meet again on December 4th to discuss and decide the future course of action of their movement.
ऐलान करते हैं कि 29 का संसद कूच संयुक्त किसान मोर्चा की तरफ से सस्पेंड किया जाता है, पोस्टपोन किया जाता है।
Farmers postponed tractor rally to Parliament scheduled for Monday.
सरकार की तरफ से कुछ बयान आए हैं और मोर्चे ने उन बयानों पर विचार करते हुए यह निर्णय किया है कि 4 तारीख को दोबारा मीटिंग करेंगे और जो हमने चिट्ठी प्रधानमंत्री जी को लिखी है जब तक वो चिट्ठी की पूरी मांगे पूरी नहीं होती, हम संघर्ष करते रहेंगे।
But remain defiant on their demands.
आकाशवाणी से हम लोग सहमत नहीं होंगे। वार्ता की टेबल पर उतरे, हमसे आमने सामने बैठ करके बात करें और सम्मान पूर्वक इसका हल निकालें, तभी कुछ फैसला आगे बढ़ेगा।
After Saturday's key huddle, the farmer unions have made it clear that they're in no mood to back down. They've written a letter to Prime Minister Modi reiterating their demands, which includes bringing a law that guarantees MSP, the withdrawal of the Electricity Amendment Bill, the withdrawal of cases against protesters, compensation and rehabilitation for the deceased farmers' families, decriminalization of stubble burning, and the sacking of MOS home Ajay Mishra over the Lakhimpur Kheri case. The MSP law seems to be the biggest flashpoint now.
लूट MSP पे होती है किसान की, तो उससे भारत सरकार बचने चाहती है। वो हमारा बड़ा इशू प्रायोरिटी पे है कि MSP को लीगल कानूनी गारंटी भारत सरकार दे, और उस पर पूरे देश की निगाहें उस पर हैं।
However, Haryana Chief Minister, after meeting with Prime Minister Modi on Friday, said such a law is unlikely.
कि ये किसी प्रकार से कानून बनाना इसमें संभव नहीं लगता है। कारण क्या है, कानून बनाने के बाद सरकार के ऊपर ही उन्नस आ जाता है कि सारी फसल फिर अगर कोई और नहीं खरीदे तो सरकार खरीदेगी। तो सरकार का इतनी आवश्यकता भी नहीं है और उसका एक सिस्टम बनना संभव भी नहीं है।
Farmers have decided to wait for the centre's response and have decided to meet on December 4th next to decide their future course of action.
Already we have written a letter to the Prime Minister in which 6-point charter we have given to him. So now on those 6 points we are asking him to resolve them also, but he has not replied. So we will wait till 3rd and 4th we will have a meeting.
This, even as Union Agriculture Minister Narendra Singh Tomar is all set to move the Farm Laws Repeal Bill in the Lok Sabha on Monday.
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जीरो बजट खेती, क्रॉप डाइवर्सिफिकेशन, MSP को और प्रभावी, पारदर्शी बनाने जैसे विषयों पर विचार करने के लिए एक समिति बनाने की घोषणा की है। इस समिति में आंदोलनरत किसानों के प्रतिनिधि भी रहेंगे।
What will the centre now do as the farmers' agitation on MSP only deepens? Even if the farmers have postponed the 29th November tractor rally, it doesn't seem like they want to go back anytime soon. With video journalist Abhishek, this is Shreya Chatterjee for India Today.
Sharbat Gula, the green-eyed Afghan woman who was made famous by US photographer Steve McCurry, has now finally found refuge. The Afghan woman has now found shelter in Italy. Take a look at this report. The green-eyed Afghan woman. Afghanistan's most famous refugee, Sharbat Gula. She has now been given refuge in Italy as a part of efforts to rehabilitate Afghans after Taliban's hostile takeover. Sharbat Gula was first found by US photographer Steve McCurry, who captured her portrait in a Pakistan refugee camp in 1985 when she was just 12 years old. Devastated and tormented, Sharbat's daunting gaze in the picture showcases the human tragedy of war-torn Afghanistan. The picture was published on the cover of a leading magazine. The world didn't even know Sharbat's name then. After 17 long years and many dead ends, Steve McCurry, the photographer who first clicked her picture, was able to locate her in 2002. She was in her 30s and already a mother of 3. Her glaring green eyes still spoke of the horrors that her country has faced. Like many Afghans, she sought refuge in Pakistan and lived there for over 30 years. But she was imprisoned and deported back to Afghanistan for having a fake Pakistani identity card in 2016. She was welcomed by then Afghan President Ashraf Ghani at the presidential palace and handed over a key to her own apartment. Since Taliban took over Afghanistan after the exit of the US troops in August, Sharbat requested the Italian government to help escape the brutality of Taliban. Gula's wish was finally answered and she was given safe haven in Italy. As she settles down in her new home, she would hope that while the scars of war-torn Afghanistan will always remain, her wounds of a painful past can finally heal. Bureau Report, India Today.
And that's a wrap on this bulletin. For the latest news and updates, you can log on to indiatoday.in. You can also download the India Today app. Thank you for watching.